Hello, everyone. My name's Natalie, and you are watching the 12th installment of literary music series entitled Facing Changes, and we are so thrilled to have Marea Duo with us today.
Thank you so much, Natalie. We're so excited to be here. Yeah, and we are the Marea Duo. I'm the oboist, and I play the bassoon. And we both are vocalists. So, yeah. And we're just so happy to be here because of your mission and the series mission of intertwining art forms. And we feel like this is something that really resonates with us. And I just like really love supporting any of our friends, first of all, and then second of all, one who is really actively pursuing their passions. And it's just so lovely to be able to do that.
Well, that's what you two are doing as well, and we have such a gorgeous program tonight for you that we are so excited to share. It has every aspect of being as artistic as you can possibly be. So let's get into it.
All right, and before we start our program tonight, we would like to take a minute to thank everyone who is tuning in to the Literary Music Series.
Yeah, and we wanted to just say a couple words because we know that a lot of the music that we have tonight is very unconventional and might even be a little bit strange. Actually, probably will be a little bit strange to a few people. So we have both been given a huge extra chunk of time to kind of just be free and creative with music, and we both really enjoy singing, and that's something that we haven't really been able to do during our master's degrees because they've been so focused on oboe and bassoon. So we've really enjoyed kind of singing some of the classic tunes and
and creating something really innovative and kind of our own, because for the most part, I know some people have done it before, but it's almost unheard of to have double reed instruments also singing.
Yeah, and it's definitely been an experiment for us too.
And a challenge, and I feel like we're kind of coming to realize that, we really love being with other instrumentalists, but for right now, it's been a really exciting challenge.
Yes, definitely. And I think the main thing is we are so used to having a piano accompaniment or just kind of something in the background that this sort of unique ensemble just simply does not have.
Yeah.
So it's been interesting trying to figure out how to sort of create the background to singing without it sounding completely a cappella.
Yeah, and really trying to extend the capabilities of our instruments and improve our capabilities as chamber musicians, because it's been a while since we've both played with another person. So
yeah, and
in the same room.
Yeah. And we thought that it would be really nice to have this sort of music on this literary music series because it includes so many really beautiful lyrics, and we've enjoyed putting together this program for this series, and we hope you enjoy.
Let's get started.
The next piece we will be playing will be an arrangement of George Gershwin's Summertime, and this arrangement was done by our friend and colleague Amare Ford. Amare is also an oboist, and we have really enjoyed working with him throughout this process. And we chose this song because we felt like it was very relevant to changes happening today, and we are all experiencing a summer like no other summer. And this piece was originally from Gershwin's Porgy and Bess, which I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with. And lots of famous performances have been done of this piece by people like Ella Fitzgerald, Louis Armstrong, and Billie Holiday. So we hope you enjoy the Marea Duo's version, arranged by Amari Ford.
Hey there, my name is Amari Ford. I'm a native of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, and I'm a composer, multi-instrumentalist, and educator. Super excited to have collaborated with the Marea Duo for this arrangement of Summertime. It's a tune that I really enjoy, a tune that they enjoy. And one of the things that I like about it is the harmonies that are included. I have a background in gospel music. I grew up in church, playing at church, and so harmony is something that really speaks to me. And so I took the opportunity to explore some of the harmonies in the tune. When writing a duet, you have to do a little bit more to make sure that you get all the parts, since you only have two voices to work with. But I did want to make sure that I gave each player something interesting to play, but also making sure that it lies well in the instrument, in addition to giving them something that was a little bit technical. And the Marea Duo is unique in that both instrumentalists sing as well. So I wanted to make sure that I incorporated that, especially for something like Summertime. So I'm really happy with the product. They are happy, and so we hope that you enjoy it as well. Here's Summertime.
The next piece we will be performing will be an arrangement of Tracy Chapman's Fast Car, and this was arranged by our friend and colleague Lawren, Brianna, Ware.
And we also have a very special connection to her because she went to the University of Wisconsin-Madison, where I did my undergraduate degree. And this song was first premiered at Nelson Mandela's 70th birthday tribute concert. And the song is really about working hard and hoping that things will get better and that you will experience change in your life. And it's really about making tough decisions in really difficult times. And I would just like to share a little quote from Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening, which is kind of about making those difficult decisions. When faced with the need to keep going inward, we are confronted with a very difficult kind of life choice, like carving up your grandmother's table for firewood to keep your loved ones warm, or leaving a job that has been safe and fulfilling in order to feel vital again, or burning an old familiar sense of self because it's gotten so thick that you can't feel the rain. This reading was actually read to me the last day that I was able to practice yoga in public in New Haven, and it just really kind of reminds me on a very personal level about all of the difficult decisions that everyone is having to make and all of the changes that we're having to undergo. And I just hope that that kind of influences how you hear this piece.
You got a fast car, I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we make a deal. Maybe together we could get somewhere. Any place is better. Starting from zero, got nothing to lose. Maybe we'll make something. But me and myself, I got nothing to prove.
You see, my old man's got a problem. He lived with the bottle, that's the way it is. My body's too old for working. I said, body's too young to look like his. My mama went off and left him. She wanted more life than he could give. I said, somebody's gotta take care of him. So I quit school, and that's what I did.
See, I remember we were driving in your car. Speed so fast I felt like I was drunk. City lights lay out before us, and your arm felt nice wrapped around my shoulder. And I had a feeling that I belonged. I had a feeling You got a fast car, but is it fast enough you can get away? You gotta make a decision, leave tonight or live and die this way.
So the name Marea is actually the Spanish word for tide, and we are called the Marea Duo because we have found a lot of peace and solace going to the ocean and watching the tide during this strange and very difficult time for everyone. And we actually found a lot of inspiration while we were at the beach, just through walks on the sand and just watching the water. And we found a lot of inspiration in that for starting this group. I would like to share a short passage from by Nepo, which talks about the water and change and challenges. And I think it's very relevant to everyone during this time. When under, remember the surface. When on the surface, remember the deep. When our days are turbulent and troubled, our challenge is to remember that the wave is not the sea. Though it pounds us, the pounding will pass. Though it tosses us about, the tossing will pass if we don't fight it. Often our fear misleads us to stay close to shore, when the safest place is in the deep, if we can get there. Any swimmer knows, stay too close to the shore and you will be battered by the surf and undertow. We must swim out past the breakers if we are to know the hammock of the deep. Stay on land or make it to the deep. It is the in-between that kills. The next piece we'll be playing tonight will be a movement from the Poulenc trio for oboe, bassoon, and piano. And during this time of change and lots of difficulty for musicians, we have decided to show a clip from a previous performance of this. It's very enjoyable for us to look back on our memories we made when we could all perform in the same room, and we look forward to doing that in the near future.
Poulenc was a native Parisian, and he was a part of Les Six, which was combating the German Romanticism style of composition. And Poulenc is really known for his chamber music with winds and the colors that he achieves within his writing, and also the pointillistic clarity. And Poulenc himself describes the second movement of the Poulenc trio as sweet and melancholic. This is another quote from Mark Nepo's Book of Awakening, and it's about how friendships can evolve or change and the importance of needing to stay in tune with one another. So here it is. It has taken a lifetime to understand how easily I can secretly wish for things to change, and in my secrecy prevent true change from happening. For example, I loved a friend for many years who was unable to listen or be kind or patient. And rather than feeling just how much that hurt, I always hung in there, secretly believing that he would change and grow and one day emerge before my eyes as the friend I thought he would always be. The next piece that we are going to be playing is an arrangement of Make You Feel My Love, originally by Bob Dylan. And this piece was arranged by our really close friend Soomin Kim, who has also written some other pieces for us in the past. And we chose to program this particular piece because during this really difficult time, we are kind of experiencing a lot of changes on how we express love during the pandemic.
This is a section of the lyrics from Make You Feel My Love that we thought were particularly poetic and relevant to our theme of facing changes. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet.
Hi, my name is Soomin Kim, and I'm a composer at the Yale School of Music. I arranged Adele's Make You Feel My Love for the lovely Marea Duo. I thought a lot about highlighting their virtuosity as double reed players when I was arranging this, as well as their beautiful singing and how to blend those two timbres together. I was really happy that Marea Duo reached out to me to be a part of this project, and I'm really grateful that we musicians are navigating through these difficult times by supporting each other and collaborating with each other. I hope you enjoy Marea Duo's Make You Feel My Love.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one else to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love.
This is a quote that we found relevant to our theme of changes by Nepo. The glassblower knows, while in the heat of beginning, any shape is possible. Once hardened, the only way to change is to break. And this is from the Book of Awakening.
All right. In the months prior to leaving New Haven, I would go to the beach with my really close friends that I was still seeing during this difficult time. And while we were strolling on the shore, I was always the one that was kind of doing my own thing and searching for seashells and sea glass. And I started to accumulate all of my treasures on my windowsill in my apartment on Bradley Street. And it wasn't until I returned back to Iowa City, Iowa, where I'm originally from, that I realized that the pieces of sea glass that I was finding really served as a metaphor for the journey that all artists undergo, and how it's really about being tossed around in the waves till you get to become a treasure to someone who is looking to find you. And so I'm going to share this little poem that I wrote. This is honestly one of the first poems I've shared in public, so this is kind of new to me, but I hope that you enjoy. It's called Sea Glass. A piece of sea glass glimmers in the grains of the shore, tossed and tormented in the New England waves, a translucent electric blue, smooth and shaped like a crescent moon. This piece of glass rode the waves day in and day out, waiting for refinement and beauty to dawn on the edges of its shattered soul. Found. Find me. I am found. I feel like a piece of sea glass, waiting for my edges to feel silky and polished. To the naked eye, strolling on the shore. Some days I am completely swept away by the high tide. Other days I am waiting, longing, and dreaming in the sand. When a piece of sea glass is found, it is treasured for its clear imperfections, the enchantment, the rare elusive jewel. Before you are found, you must surf many white-capped waves and swirling currents. The transformation is gradual, edge by edge. But once you are found, a new journey has begun, embracing your every crevice and curve, your color and texture, your story of how you got to where you are at this very moment to make you feel whole again. Thank you. The final piece that we'll be playing on the program tonight is André Previn's trio for oboe, bassoon, and piano. And André Previn passed away last year in 2019, and he was known to be a highly renowned conductor, composer, author, and educator. And we find this to be extremely relevant because this is a series about intertwining art forms and really pursuing all of your passions, and I just thought that was very interesting. Also, André Previn was known for the fusion of the jazz and the classical style, which is something that the Marea Duo has really tried to do within this program. And so today we will be playing the first movement, which is marked lively, and it starts with a very fast and energetic 16th note motif that returns several times. And this piece was incredibly difficult to put together as a piano trio. And Amelia and I and Llewellyn, Sanchez-Werner, our dear friend and colleague from the Yale School of Music and wonderful artist, we were all in separate places. One of us was in New Haven, I was in Iowa City, and Llewellyn was in New York City. And, you know, Camilla did the beautiful thing of taking our separate spaces and our hurdles of technology and really blending this into artwork and she has a video that she's going to share a little bit about this. So we hope you enjoy André Previn's piano trio.
Hello, my name is Camilla Tassi, and I am the video designer behind Marea Duo's virtual performance of André Previn's trio. I was struck by the different characters the piece goes through in just this one movement. The shifts in meter and tone. So the first image that came to my mind, also inspired by the group's name, is that of shifting colors and shifting fluids in water. I was drawn to abstract painting, and given that this was a volunteer design, we didn't have a budget, I turned to the open source free image database Pexels, and was thankful to people who utilize images from their database, particularly artworks by Steve Johnson and Nick Collins. It was through those that, combined with video timing and layering and editing, that I really wished to put the performers into this world and to sort of create a space in between the artwork and a video of the performers in their rooms, and sort of taking the room away, and for a second you almost think they're in the same visual space. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you for such an extraordinary program. It was truly magnificent. We were so honored to have you here with us today to share such profound and meaningful art making.
Thank you so much, Natalie, for hosting this incredible series. And we'd also like to take a minute to thank several people. First off, we want to thank Llewellyn Sanchez-Werner for playing piano with us on the Previn. We really appreciate everything that he's done and helped us with in that piece. It's a very tricky piece to put together, especially virtually. And then also Camilla, Tassi.
Yeah. For really creating art in this time, and I feel like she really blended the spaces and our separation and also the movement of liquid in the watercolors so beautifully. So it was such a treat to be a part of that collaboration and to be able to share it tonight. So
thank you so much. And for our listeners, we will see you on Friday. Bye.
Bye. Bye.